going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be discussing premature aging, and I have gathered 5 very common popular foods that cause premature aging, wrinkles, etc. And then I'm going to give you guys some alternatives that you can easily swap out for these items to help prevent that. So without further ado, let's just hop into the first food. So the first food is sugar, specifically white refined sugar. And what sugar does is it interferes with collagen and elastin, which is your skin's favorite protein. When sugar is broken down, it binds to collagen, therefore causing wrinkles and premature aging. Not to mention, processed sugar also spikes your insulin levels, which is another thing that also causes premature aging. So some of my favorite alternatives to white refined sugar, my number one favorite would definitely be coconut sugar. Coconut sugar actually does have health benefits to it. And then also organic maple syrup, organic raw honey, organic stevia. Those are a couple other really great options. And of course, things that already have sugar in them like fruit and sweet potatoes, stuff like that, those aren't going to spike your insulin levels as much or again cause the premature aging because you're not getting the white refined sugar from those. However, even with any type of sugar or sugar alternatives, you still want to keep it, under control and to somewhat of a minimum, but they are perfect alternatives. And coconut sugar, again, is my personal favorite. It's something I bake with every single time I make like dessert recipes. The second thing that can have a huge impact on premature aging and wrinkles is soda and energy drinks. The high sugar, high acids, and high caffeine content can have a big impact on dehydration. Obviously, even though you're drinking, you're still not getting the hydration from those drinks. And hydration is key for healthy, glowing skin. And when your skin is dehydrated, it's going to wrinkle, crack, sag, all those things. Water is basically your skin's best friend. So although I would say water for an alternative to pop or soda, I know I'll probably get so much crap for saying pop. I'm from Michigan. I live in Arizona, so I'm like the only one here. Alex and I are the only ones that say pop still. But with pop or soda and energy drinks, if you still feel that you want something carbonated and water is just not always doing the trick for you, you can do things like the bubblies or LaCroix, just the sparkling waters that don't have any extra calories or really any extra ingredients. So those are something that I have kind of gotten myself to enjoy throughout the years. It did take me a while just because, I don't know, I felt like the carbonation should have more flavor, but you do get used to it the more that you drink it. I also love kombucha because kombucha is very carbonated. I've always liked carbonated drinks, so that's another great alternative as well. So you just want to definitely keep the soda and the energy drinks to a minimum or avoid it completely to really help avoid premature aging. The third thing that you want to try to avoid is deep fried foods. When we cook foods at an extremely high temperature, it can cause inflammation in our body. And when we have high inflammation in our body, that really affects our skin and overall just speeds up the aging process when we have high inflammation in our bodies. So if you are out to eat, you can always try to opt for things that are baked instead of fried. You can always try baked sweet potatoes instead of French fries. There's always going to be alternatives, veggies or a side salad instead of whatever that fried food is that normally comes on the side. So it's just something you really do want to keep to a minimum, not to mention the other negative health effects that fried food has. That is something that I pretty much have avoided 100% for the last couple of years. I don't even crave it anymore, even though I used to love it back in the day, because I know it's something that's just so unbelievably bad for my body, and I know I would feel like garbage if I ate it today. So one thing that I have discovered that I absolutely love is my air fryer. So air fryers, I'm sure you guys have heard of them at this point, but in air fryer, you can make sweet potato fries, you could make red potato fries, you could make basically French fries out of potatoes in it without it being like deep fried. So it's a really great alternative if you do love French fries or anything like that. You can get them from pretty much anywhere, Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond. I can definitely link one below. If you guys are interested, I am obsessed with mine. Alex and I have been just throwing everything in there and trying it. Everything we've tried in the air fryer so far has been amazing. So that's something I highly recommend. So the next thing that you want to try to avoid are vegetable oils. So your soybean oil and canola oil, those are extremely highly processed oils. If you think about it, what is canola? Canola is not a food. So I try to get all my oils from food derived, places that are food derived. So avocado oil, coconut oil. It's a very easy switch, a very easy thing that you can swap out in your kitchen. So my personal favorites, I would say my number one favorite is avocado oil. You can cook it at extremely high temperatures. Like if you were to cook with canola oil at a very high temperature, it actually at this, I don't know exactly what temperature it is, but once you go over its smoke point, it does actually become toxic in the body. And it's the same thing as eating fried foods. So you wanna make sure you're getting oils or cooking with oils that do have a high smoke point, which is why I love avocado oil. One more thing I forgot to mention about the vegetable oils or the processed oils is that they are very rich in trans fats, which also promotes inflammation in the body. And like I said earlier, the more inflammation in the body you have, the faster you're going to age, wrinkle, sag, etc. The last and fifth thing to try to avoid as much as possible, I know it's challenging for some people, but the last thing is alcohol. And alcohol affects your liver, and your liver is your number one detoxifying organ in your entire body. So when your body can't properly detox, it can cause things like acne, wrinkles, and really does just wreak havoc on your skin. Honestly, this would probably be my biggest tip, is to try to cut back on alcohol. With the holidays coming up, I know, again, that is a challenge for some people. If you are going to drink alcohol, I would say your best bet would be like an organic red wine. Wine does have something in it called resveratrol, which is actually good for your skin and can actually help with the anti-aging process, which is really interesting. But again, this is not in excess, this is just in small amounts. So, you know, having a couple glasses of organic red wine a couple times a week, in my opinion, probably would not be a huge deal. But definitely things like hard liquor and beer and yeah, just vodka, any of those really are going to do a lot of damage, and premature aging can cause premature aging within your skin and even just within your body. Again, not even talking about the other health effects that all of these things have, but alcohol is a really, really big one for premature aging. Another thing alcohol does is it actually disrupts your sleep, and sleep is super necessary for having good, healthy, glowing skin, because your skin actually repairs each night while you're sleeping. So if you're not getting that good, restful night's sleep, then your skin and your cells in your skin cannot repair. And so it kind of negatively affects it in that way as well. There are definitely other foods and things out there that do cause premature aging, but I just wanted to select 5 of the biggest ones in my opinion. And I also wanted to give you ones that I knew I could help give, you know, a little bit of alternatives to help you swap these things out. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps support my channel so much. And also please don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.